Welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Mitch English. Hey, listen, if COVID and the shutdown during the pandemic has taught us anything, it has taught us that we miss having a good time out and about with friends, all on vacation, or even at the theater. So if you're one of those folks who like to look at the glass as half full and not necessarily half empty, right now is a good time to pause. Donna Bozzo, she's joining us now to tell us how we can go forward and how we can make sure that we make enjoying our lives a big priority. She is in New York City right now, where guess what? Broadway is open for business. Have you seen any shows yet, Donna?
I have not, but when I got into town on Sunday, the Tonys were being presented over at Radio City. So there were women in long gowns. It was so exciting. And Times Square was bustling. I'm telling you, everybody was smiling, happy to be out. I mean, we are back, baby.
Yeah, it's a great feeling to be amidst all that. I am certain by your smile that you always emanate, you're always having a good time. But sometimes some people, we have to trick ourselves actually into putting more fun into our days. And you've got some tips that will actually get our mindset ready and making fun a priority. Tell us some of those tips.
Yes, absolutely. You said it, Mitch. We need to make fun a priority. I mean, if COVID has taught us anything, it is that fun is important. Now, in my book, we show folks that the science backs me up on this. Very important to have fun, but it's hard. I mean, we all have busy lives. We have families to raise. We have jobs to, perform at. And so you have to find ways to sort of like sneak it in your days.
Okay.
I call it a trick. My first tip is to make a date with yourself. I know that sounds super weird, but make a date with yourself. Like, I want to do this. You put it on your calendar, make it an important event, treat it like a work appointment or a doctor's appointment, because your mental health is important. And, don't cancel it. I mean, you don't have to just do it by yourself. You can do it with a friend, but go ahead and schedule some days that you can have fun, or you can do something that you enjoy. It shouldn't be all work.
No, and I agree with that. I also appreciate the fact you say something for yourself, because you have to be comfortable with yourself and doing fun things by yourself. Otherwise, how can you expect to have it with somebody else? So I totally agree with that. But how do we actually just get our regular dose of fun in?
Trick yourself by planting props. Okay, so if you like to play pickleball after work, but you find yourself going home and then you get caught up in organizing or whatever, and the kids need something, and you end up skipping, pack your racket and your dinner or whatever it is you need to get yourself to pickleball, and don't stop at home. I mean, you need to find ways to sort of like prop your fun. So maybe it's, you go to work early, you bring your clothes to change into, and you do a nice stroll, a little hike, a little walk before work. Set props up so that you are kind of tricking yourself into not getting busy and skipping the fun.
All right. Well, 100%. And yeah, it commits yourself to it a little bit more, because otherwise you're hauling this stuff around. You might as well use it. We're going back to talking about doing stuff for yourself, but actually getting other people and inviting other people is also, you had a trick rather that you could use to invite other people?
Yeah, I say, why not make plans with friends, because you're not going to bail out on your friend. So then it's like a commitment. So if there are things that you want to do, invite a friend, and then you have to own up to it. It's on your calendar. You're not going to blow off your friend. So, or join a class with a friend. That's another way. And that brings me to my other tip is, maybe put your money where your mouth is. Go ahead and sign up for something that costs money, so that you're sort of like, on the line, you're on the hook, and you're going to hit that class every week, or, that lesson that you want to do, or whatever it is, you are doing it. Or maybe you buy a ticket to a play, a couple months in advance, so that that you're going to be taking time out that month.
We always attribute what those tips, like you refer to, as like when you want to lose weight, you're like, well, tell everybody as you about it. That way you feel more responsible. Having that same mentality, I guess, for having fun, saying, hey, I'm going to have fun. I want to invite the people that I know I'm going to have fun with. And the people that don't, they're going to know that when they're around me, they're always going to be fun times happening. And it's all about those good times. Seems like the things go by faster when you're having fun, too. Would you agree with that?
Oh, absolutely. And I know we talked about this in our last segment, but make a bucket list. I mean, it just doesn't have to be for the kids or the family. Make a bucket list for yourself. I mean, I don't know about you, but before COVID, there were things that I always kind of wanted to do and I never got around to doing. And then during COVID, I couldn't do it. I was like, oh, I didn't make it a priority.
So you got to make sure you do that for sure. You've got two books. You got What the Fun and Fidget Busters. They are awesome. You can also follow Donna Bozzo on Instagram. She's always got great ideas. Just look for Donna Bozzo. Donna, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.